Hi there, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless and collective reading. Whenever this reading finds you, it's the right time. Just keep in mind it is a general reading, so see which messages resonate for you. Hopefully bring clarity to whatever you're wondering, and remember that divine inner guidance is in you, and try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. We're going to start today with the what's the news. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. What is the opening message to be helpful for you? Please and thank you, my boo. This keeps coming through for you. So some of you have a very special person that you are intimate with, close to, connected energetically. And for some of you, this is somebody really special coming in. You feel very secure with this person. You feel like you're excited for more chapters to unfold. This is learning more and more about each other. I feel like you're asking each other a lot of questions, talking about, different experiences that you've had. This is where you're feeling a little flirty. This is also where love just feels new and fresh and young. So even if this is someone that's been in your life for a long time, maybe the two of you are having some, intimate, flirty little conversations, making some plans on how to, have some special moments together to get back to that energy of like making out in the car. I do see some of you making out with someone like pretty like PDA, like you just don't care who's around watching. So maybe for some of you, this is a brand new relationship. It is like these people here, it's just really sweet. So let's see. I'm also getting, you're really learning like how somebody likes their coffee, how somebody, like I'm even getting like what is that, like somebody has some pet peeves, or they do some kind of like strange things you never saw before, but I'm getting that the other person finds it very attractive, kind of cute, maybe a little different, but they're into it. It kind of becomes like their favorite thing. I don't know what that is. So maybe some of you are thinking about your boo and the weird things they do and how you love it. So let's continue. Oh my gosh. It's like, what is that weird line? Like, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. It's like, I don't know why I keep rhyming. Or like, so maybe some of you are writers. Maybe you're doing something with rhyme. And now I just thought of there's no rhyme or reason. Maybe you have like can't even understand why a certain person is so attractive to you. Like it just kind of, I hear happened, or it doesn't make any sense. You can't make, I don't know, make sense of it. I don't know. I keep hearing sense. So maybe something was confusing to somebody. Let's see. Confusing as to why you fell so hard, or why this dynamic is different from anything else you experienced before. I feel like whatever this is, it is kind of like a different experience for the two of you. So a little more clarity on my boo. Yeah, it's not just your boo, it's your person, it's your squad. I am getting, maybe they are very different than you, maybe differences of opinions, what you believe in, what your backgrounds are, where you come from. But I'm kind of getting that that temperance energy where it's like the unlike are brought together and the most beautiful things occur because of it. I'm even getting like art. So it could also be your friends. For some of you, this is somebody coming back. It could be reconciliation from a past person. I am also getting that, I don't know if you are finally meeting a person's friends or family, but this is like your soul tribe. This is like you're meant to mix and mingle with these people. And maybe it's going out and mixing and mingling. You're going to meet some people that are going to feel like they're your peeps, like or one person becomes a really close friend. Maybe a close friend becomes a lover for some of you. This is where you feel like you're around the people that just love you for you. You know, they love your uniqueness. I'm even getting, even if you have similar styles, there's something really unique about your personalities or your backgrounds or something like that. I just heard your musical taste. Maybe somebody has really different taste in music than you. But hey, maybe you can like mash it up. And I'm getting you start to like a style that you never even thought you would ever like before. I'm getting somebody that maybe likes hip hop, that loves country, somebody that always listens to classical, suddenly listening to, I don't know, I heard R&B, but, or maybe like bubble pop. I feel like there's something like, I don't like that stuff. And then somebody like turns you on to something. They're like, no, listen to the beat on this. And like, I'm even getting like somebody like doing their little dance when they really like a song. And maybe it's just that you're like, oh, I can't believe you like this song. But then you secretly like that song just because you keep thinking of how amazing that person is when they're really into something. It's something like that. And for some of you, if you're not looking for love and you don't have a new boo, and that's not something you're into, then this is you doing something you are into, signing up for that class, going to a seminar. I see some kind of meeting, or I see something with somebody on a stage and an audience. So that could be a concert. Maybe even like, I don't know, something in your town or city. I see like something within a community. I don't know what that is. Like I see like a community center or something like that. And maybe you meet really cool people there, or like one person you get along with, and they are going to be a close friend for a very long time. That's really cool. Let's continue. I really like that card. I love that. The color of the water. The color of the water here, I just thought of St. Thomas. That was a very specific place in the world. Maybe some of you, wow, and that gave me big goosies, guys. So maybe some of you are going on vacation, or you connect to St. Thomas, St. John, Portola, like that kind of area down there. Maybe Bermuda, the Bahamas. Let's see. Let's do the sweet love tea. What is a sweet love tea message? Clarity on squad and new boo. I am getting, for some of you, really big, that you're going to meet somebody who you become friends with, like right away. You get to know each other. You learn, more about each other, but maybe there's no flirting. Maybe that's why I saw that confusing energy, but I do feel like some of you, maybe down the line, actually have a really amazing relationship with someone where, don't worry, the flirts are going to come in. The chemistry is going to kick on in full gear. I see like somebody who maybe wasn't your type. Maybe you liked them, your friends, that was kind of solid, but you didn't really ever think you'd like date somebody like that. They're not your normal type or whatever. I feel like that person becomes the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in the entire world to you, and vice versa. Like becomes the sexiest thing ever. So I am seeing that for some of you, somebody who is maybe just a solid friend becoming more than a friend. All right, let's get another message. What do we have? Sweet love tea. Clarity for the collective, please, and thank you. In depth. Well, you're learning more about each other here. You do have this reconciliation too. So it might be for some of you that somebody comes back into your life, but it kind of feels different this time. Maybe if something didn't have that much depth or had a lot of depth, but not a lot of, I see like the depth, but maybe not the solid foundation for the growth, then I feel like something is coming back different with the potential. And I hear making the effort to grow. So maybe somebody had to go away for a little while and really have some self-growth, self-reflection. This is you and someone else. Yeah, maybe like a hermit, maybe coming out of that hermit energy in the cave where you and someone else learn to turn your light on. I'm also getting like looking to the most positive aspects of a situation, like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, connecting on a deeper level. And it's also where feelings are very complex, as are people. So this is maybe not an easy breezy, you know, cut and dry sort of situation. Maybe your lives are complicated. Maybe your backgrounds are complicated. Maybe you're just complicated. But I feel like that complicated energy is actually like more exciting. It makes you more mysterious, more, I don't know, special, because there's a lot of layers to get to. It keeps things interesting. It's somebody who's convoluted but heartfelt. Let's get another one, since we got two from the other. Clarity on my boo, squad, and in depth. Perfect moves. Well, maybe someone's definitely on your team, a team player with you. It could even be that you feel like you are a team. Like, I don't know, but I don't feel like you're playing any weird games with anyone else. I feel like there's people that want to play with you. like they want to play that ping pong game with you because you're a dynamic duo together. But I also see that like tennis energy, which is when something is back and forth, which is really good because it's never like all in one person's court. It's always going to sort of, you know, be brought back and forth to you. So keep the spirit of play fun and alive to be closer. So if some of you, you know, maybe things got a little dry, or, you know, a little dark, or life took a little turn, this is telling you you can like pep it up again. You can get it spicy again. You just gotta kind of keep things interesting. You know, maybe throw a monkey wrench in that situation. Surprise your honey with something they didn't expect. I am seeing somebody actually wanting to surprise you with something you never expected. So that's kind of cool. Somebody who, you know, they want to flirt with you. I just see people making out today. So maybe some of you are having a really good makeout session. Like, have fun. Get into it. I just see like teenage makeout session. Like flirty, but it's also very graceful. So somebody's got the perfect moves. Somebody's got just the right lines, but I feel like they got the extra stuff. It's not just about the fancy line. So maybe somebody does have, you know, the capacity to really like stimulate your mind first, get you thinking about something, and you're all excited for it to actually happen later. But I'm getting that maybe somebody doesn't have any of the right lines at all. Like they're really bad with their words. You know, they try to be like slick and you're just like, what? But they still kind of make you laugh, or they still somehow have the right moves. Yeah, maybe this is a person, like that's you or someone else, that nobody gets the humor that you guys have together. It's like you have, I'm getting even like personal little jokes or something like that, where you think it's the funniest thing ever, and everyone else looks at you like, what the heck are they talking about? This just feels like two peas in a pod, honestly. It feels really nice, whether that's a lover or a friend. It feels really special. I mean, maybe you have these lighthearted moments. Maybe you have really deep, go down the rabbit hole, weird ass kind of conversations too, and that's all awesome. I feel like you love it all. So, whew, I guess this is a love reading today. Let's just go with it. Let's go to the divine truth. This is that huge deck of cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since we have 2 from each deck, I have this deck split in half. We're going to get 1 card from each side, and I am going to put the other half down so I don't look at it, so we can keep this reading a-flowing. So what is an important message that would help you right now to know? Please and thank you. Ooh, that you have the evil eye card coming through. So I did see people looking at you like you have this little personal joke and you're 2 peas in a pod. I'm kind of seeing that you are very much protected by spirit, but it could also be that you have this protective energy, you know, from somebody else. They're keeping you like maybe out of certain situations. It could also be paying attention to the squad that you are hanging around. If it's that energy where you don't feel like someone's got your back, where, I don't know, where the energy is just kind of off, where you kind of feel like you're sinking instead of swimming, then it could be you taking yourself out of certain environments where you know that I'm getting that somebody says one thing but does another. It could be somebody does something behind somebody's back. I feel like you will see the truth. You will be given the clarity and see the signs in that situation. But it could also be that somebody is kind of eyeing your partnership because it feels like it's really beautiful. And that could just be somebody desiring to have that kind of dynamic in their life. And if somebody is sort of in the energy of lack here, where they're not looking at themselves, they're putting a little too much attention out there on what everyone else has instead of seeing how amazing they are and what they have to offer. It's somebody putting their energy in the wrong place. So I do feel like it's not about giving that person energy. It's literally just not giving it any energy. All eyes on you. There is some jealousy, some envy, and negativity being thrown your way. But I am getting that if anybody is throwing that energy your way, I see a big, beautiful, spiritual bubble of divine light around you, and then any negative energy is just going to kind of bounce off it. I don't think it's going to affect you at all. You know, it's going to slide off your energetic back. You are being divinely protected. People can think whatever they want, but you know, it's just having the awareness of it. If somebody is throwing weird energy out there, it's going to reflect that energy back to them somewhere. So maybe it could be that you are the one to, if somebody is coming near you because they have that, you know, lower vibrational energy, it is possible to transmute it. I'm just seeing like somebody maybe understanding somebody might have that envy or that jealous energy, and instead of addressing it, you or the person you are with or whomever is seeing that for what it is, but almost transmuting it by, I'm getting like helping somebody to see how beautiful they are. You know, you're like, you're so beautiful. Like, gosh, you really, like, anybody that gets to be with you is a lucky cookie, or, you know, or like really won the lottery. You got like, you're so deep, or you have so much going on. I feel like if this person had a little bit of attention as far as the beautiful attributes within them, because even when somebody is at a lower vibration, we're all beautiful, divine children of God, and nobody is perfect. Everybody has cycles, ups, downs, goods, bads. You know, sometimes we're amazeballs and sometimes we are weird. People are complicated. So if someone's just kind of at a weird place and wishing they had something out there, I feel like some of you are going to be put in the position where you can, I'm getting transmute that, like heal somebody. But I'm not getting that you're going to give it so much attention that it's your job. I'm getting it's more by default. And I feel like if there's other weird energy out there, by default, it's just going to bounce back to sender. Because everybody learns when they learn. So hopefully, you know, the people you are choosing to be around that love you and that got your back here are those that shine a beautiful spiritual light and see that divinity within you. All of you, all the facets, the shadow side and the beautiful side. I hope whatever I said there made sense and was helpful. I have the other half here. So I mean, that's kind of a weird card. This is such a beautiful deck, but if it came through, it needs to be looked at briefly. But I feel like it's coming through so that you are, I hear keenly aware that you are protective, that you are protected, that if you have this beautiful partnership in your life, it's been brought into your life for a reason, and it is also protected. So if you are worried about anybody in the sphere of maybe the world of the person you are with, just send love and let go and let God and just trust. And if you feel a alley that you walk by is a little bit weird and dark, trust your gut and don't go down that alley. Do you know what I mean? Like, energetically, like if you feel like that place is weird, that person is weird, just don't go near it. Go the other way. So clarity for you, please and thank you. Wow, you have your wish granted. So don't even worry about this. Your wishes are coming true. Maybe it's your wish that somebody else finds peace, or it's also your wish that somebody else finds love. Or, you know, I'm getting like finds themselves, but I'm getting here. This is about you. This is about you and someone else. Maybe you're getting a gift. There's somebody who feels like you are their purpose fulfilled, that you actually fulfill them, but that I'm getting that they get to do things in their life that they never thought that they would get to do. Maybe it's just a partnership with you or being around someone like you. But I'm getting that it's that like back and forth energy where you think of new wishes together. You think of new experiences that you could have, new dreams that you desire. My sun, my moon, my stars, my everything. I feel like this is somebody that wouldn't just bend over backwards for you. I feel like it's somebody that really wants to stay true to you, be there for you. I'm just getting that it's like a really nice balance. Like somebody is exactly the opposite kind of as somebody else, and it's almost like you just kind of fit together, even though you don't really look like you fit together. All right, let's continue. I want to pull some of these cards that I actually have a little surprise for you guys. I started to make those cards that I have, my little mystery deck. I actually started to make some of them a little bit fancier. So I don't have that many of them yet. I still have a lot of these. So let's get some of the fancy ones and let's just see what comes through. What is another message to be helpful for the collective, please and thank you. Oh, all right. So this card is called Staying Too Long in a Cycle That Was Supposed to End. So maybe this wish granted is finally the ending of a cycle that you know has been no mas for a very long time. It's almost like, look at this person. It's like, it's this carved out nook in the middle of like a desert, and they got their weird TV and their Glock, and they're not even really looking at anything. It looks like they've been just sitting on that couch for so long. They're not even getting up to get some water in that desert. I feel like whoever this is knew this cycle was over, knew there was something incomplete here, knew there was maybe a wall up, something they had their back turned towards that felt comfortable, but they're looking out on a new horizon over there. They just needed to get a little effort to stand up and get off the chair and get on out there and explore. See if there's another place that feels like it's more fulfilling rather than only kind of like half of a wall. So this could be you as well. Maybe you are understanding one cycle is complete. Maybe you stayed there too long, always hoping things would change. And maybe you or someone else recognize that the change starts within. Let's get another one. There's one more. And then we'll go to the big half. Yeah, it's the same message. So you or someone else is ready, willing, or desiring, but I'm getting that there's effort now to cut the strings. Any kind of weird attachments that kept you tangled or kept somebody else tangled. This could be those, energies over here. It could also be that there was something like tangling up somebody's emotions or their heart, and they needed to just kind of release that old baggage, that old way of thinking or doing something to feel this energy of freedom. This is someone taking the effort with those scissors, with communication, with your words, with your ideas to release energy where it doesn't belong. Allow that space of freedom. But I'm getting that it was just tangling you or someone up, but this has to be a choice here. Let's do another one from this half. I like these that they have pictures. They're still, even though I worked on these a little bit, they're still surprising me. What is one more from this part? I love this. I wish I could show you how intricate this picture is. It's called shift gears. It is like these people just sort of aren't the same, but they match. There's all of these gears, it's this steampunk thing. It's very, very intricate. And it's like, you got to shift gears. If you're going too slow, it's time to hit, full speed ahead. If you're full speed ahead, it's okay to like chillax in second gear for a little while. You have to switch the speed or the way you were thinking or, the direction you were going. Somehow that little shift in energy makes the biggest difference in something moving effortlessly. It puts that spiritual it's like a tongue twister, that spiritual WD-40 on those gears to start moving again. This could also be where suddenly you and someone else are thinking really clearly, but I'm getting that you're like helping each other shift gears together here. Let's go to this and just get a couple of messages. What else would be helpful? And then we need to go to the tarot. You're going to find a way for your whole situation to be a win-win. It is possible. I feel like that's that transmutation or transmuting energy that I saw before. Like it is possible for someone else to also get their wish granted, but maybe their true wish granted is not what they were desiring, if they were desiring what you had. Maybe it's them discovering something even better. If this is you and someone else together, you both feel like you're the winners. You both feel like you hit the jackpot by finding each other. If this is you and a team or something like that, or you and your squad, they feel like they won to have somebody so amazeballs like you hanging out with them all the time, giving them weird new ideas and such. I just get that your ideas are different than theirs and they kind of like it. And you also feel like it's a blessing to be around these beautiful vibrations in your life. If this is you in a job, because we can't make it all love reading, this is a boss and people you work with that feel like every time they get to be around you and how you do something and how you are, you know, I'm getting with the different personalities or how your energy is. I always feel like even if there was like kind of that funky morning where everyone sort of was late and didn't have their coffee, you kind of come in and just kind of, I don't know, you're like a little gift. You kind of like help them maybe cut the strings in their life or see something in a different way. It's like a win to have you there, and you feel like it's a win to be in that environment. If you're working on a project, it's where, or even like your skill, I'm getting something like that, where you love doing what you're doing and just doing it feels like a win, but somebody else sees your enthusiasm or your skill or your talent or your creativity with what you make. And even if they are maybe buying your product or buying something that you made, they feel like they won. Like, look at this amazing thing, this art this person made, or this, I'm getting somebody that made a sweater. That was so specific. Like, this sweater is my favorite sweater ever. And this person, you know, made it. Maybe it was something, I'm getting even custom made. Maybe some of you find something that's custom made, like very, very special for you, or a gift you are thinking about for someone else, where, you know, this person wants to sell what they work on and love creating, and you feel like you found the most cool, special, unique gift ever. It's a win-win. I'm also seeing where if it was a win-lose situation, where's that game? Even if it's a situation where maybe you felt like you had to lose a little, or you had to shift gears and go in a different direction. Maybe there was something that was a loss. When you get to that wish granted, you're going to know that that loss was to create your win. But you might not see it until you move down the road a little bit. Shift gears and get off of that chair, or that's somebody else's energy. Whew, there's a lot of messages today. Let's get just one more. This is a very, you know, big deck of cards, but I do want to pull a little bit of tarot. Be open-minded. Open-minded to the people around you. New love. Open-minded within yourself. You don't know what you don't know what you don't know. So discover what you don't know. Be flexible. I'm getting, for some of you, it's also unlearning something you thought you knew or you were taught. So you can have room for things you, I just heard never even knew existed. I don't know what that is. Maybe a subject you never even thought about tapping into, you're going to get really into. I did see that rabbit hole before with you and someone else. Where is that? So many messages today where you're like going down the rabbit hole with someone. You know, maybe you don't agree with everything they like say, or, you know, every direction that they're taking you on, but I still like, you're going to still have a good time, and you're still going to discover something really cool that you do connect to. All right, tarot, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do this one. I have the Star-Kissed. Ooh. I just dropped half of this, but the only one that was upright was words with actions. So we'll take that. Maybe somebody is not just having big fancy words, but their actions match. That feels like the energy of authenticity. What is the flow of energy to be helpful for the collective, please and thank you? Ooh, well, you got the Five of Swords. That might be the wrong squad to be around. So if you have the Five of Swords energy, this is where people are not open-minded, where they have their own opinions and their own way of thinking, and they don't want to hear what anyone else has to say. They don't even care about anything other than winning the game at all costs. You know, it's sometimes where they don't even really want the trophy. The trophy really doesn't mean anything. They just don't want somebody else to win. That is definitely a lower vibration. This is where there could be somebody around you, just know, that does play mind games or uses tactics of manipulation to try to get over. And that might not be towards you. You might just be the one noticing it. And if you do notice it, I would say just not be around that energy if it makes you feel weird. This is where somebody, ruthless win. They just want to win, to be the best, to have the big trophy, the most check marks, their plaque on the wall. But it could be that they're doing it in the wrong way. And it's usually that they're up there, but no one even looks at their plaque. Or they have that trophy, they don't even care about it. And then what usually happens is it's that like send it back to, back to sender kind of energy. They're usually just standing there left alone in their own non-glory kind of energy with nobody to celebrate with. Or the people that they're celebrating with are exactly like them and probably gonna like bounce that weird energy back onto them. Unless this is, well, let's see, these have words on them. This is interesting. It says compromise to win. That would be open-minded to hear somebody else's perspective or where they're coming from, but that is not just a good win, that's a win-win. I like the Five of Swords upside down because it's somebody who keeps you on your toes. It's somebody who is on your team, even if they're a back and forth playing, that game of chess with you. They're not going to give you the easy win-win so you feel better, so you can put the check mark on. They're going to make that game really hard because they recognize the true potential in you. They know that even if you are starting at the bottom and you are learning something, that you have the potential for tremendous growth and that you can be, I don't know why I just saw someone be a CEO. Maybe that's a hard boss, somebody who gives you really hard projects so that you learn really fast because they can see you in a high position, but until you have that experience, they can't put you there. It doesn't mean that road is going to be easy. It's usually pretty hard, but I feel like if that's the kind of situation with this, you're going to learn really, really fast. Either way, whether it's for you or it's not. But upright, it's somebody who definitely is open-minded, but it's almost like they ask you really tough questions to get you to think, to consider things you never thought of before. So sometimes those questions are harsh, they're tough, but they're usually real. And they usually create a lot of change because it's a 5. Clarity on the 5 of Swords. What else do we need to know? Or let's see what you don't know or what is hidden from you right now. What do you need to know that's maybe in the dark or hidden, but coming to light? It's that whatever is, I hear, being gifted to you. Even if it's harsh energy, either way. A lot of mental stimulation or questions or confusion, maybe even game playing or whatever. It's to get you so strong that you are going to be able to create either with a certain person here. I have so many cards. A certain person, a solid foundation that brings this energy of prosperity, where you have grown so much putting energy into your everyday world where your energy and your effort is now creating legacy, where you're really proud of what you are leaving behind. You are proud of what you are getting to build. This is also sometimes an inheritance. Sometimes I see this as connecting to different generations, that it's like teaching by example. If you have younger energies around you, but you're sharing experiences that you've had, but you don't have the experiences of that younger energy or that other generation. So there's also the energy where those generations can also teach, the elder generations a little something. And if there's like connection, I'm also getting like younger energies that want to, I'm getting like what they want to be when they grow up, like really want to be, and not being like constructed or pushed to do a certain thing because somebody else said that's what they want to be. I'm getting that this is also allowing someone to have the energy of growth, to mess up, to fail, so they get up again, so they learn, so they get better, so they grow. You know, even if this little tree just starts small, it's going to be a forest. It's lasting security in your life, whether that's a partnership or a position. This is upside down, where it's underlying instability. It's where something wasn't really built on a solid foundation or with this depth, where the back and forth conversations or the growth was never a win-win. It was always a win-lose. And that's not the solid foundation to build it on. So I feel like somebody is helping somebody else pick up what they have potential here to grow with, that seed, and move it to an environment where it's, I'm getting lush and lavish and thriving and the right energy for growth. Clarity on the 10 of coins and the 5 of swords. One more, please. Oh, wow. Yeah, you have the Emperor and you have the Tower. So that's that wobbly thing. So something might come in really fast. The Tower is where something is like, something changes, something's taken away, or something's dropped into your life out of nowhere, so that it can be a solid foundation, so that it wipes away what was wobbling in your life and creating like extreme imbalance, or what was just no longer needed for a next cycle that you were meant to be on. So sometimes this is the divine energy that comes in and they're like, yeah, you should have been, where was that, out of that cycle long time ago. You don't seem to be getting up off that chair. So you know what? We're going to come in, or we're going to make something happen here. And, you know, we're going to make that chair just disappear. Now you have nothing to sit on. Now you got to go out there where you were looking at for the last 10 years and figure out where you're going to build this beautiful security in your life, because there is something that, you know, wants to come in, that's being orchestrated by the divine, that you will feel good putting your energy in your hands to every day, that you can build a legacy on. You've been thinking about it too long. It's time to go do it. So we're going to give you that fresh, clean slate. So it happens. It's where something new can be built with new tools, stronger, better, different. It's all about how you handle the Tower. Sometimes the Tower is a completely blown mind. You always thought something had to be a certain way, black and white, you know, and now all of a sudden, bam, you see in color. What? What is blue? What is green? What is happening? Everything is so different. I just thought of The Beauty of Gray by Live. But if you never saw a color before and all of a sudden color's there, you know, your whole outlook on everything is going to be different. It's sometimes where you thought love was never going to come in your life, or the right, you know, friendship. You always had these kind of people that you always wishing you cut the strings and they always tied you back up. And all of a sudden this comes through. It's going to get you to shift gears. Maybe drop somebody new in your life. Open your mind, open your heart. Maybe love comes in out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. But divinely orchestrated and directed. You know, but do you stay in that wobbling tower? If you see all the crumble around you, do you pick it up and build from there? Or does it keep crumbling down? Or do you take your tools and what you need and take that energy and that effort and build somewhere else? Because it brings you to the star, which is your wish come true. Your wish granted. It renews your hope. Here, what did I say before about building I say something about building a kingdom. I don't even know what I said at this point in the reading. This is where you are in charge of your kingdom. The Emperor takes charge. The Emperor knows, you know, it's a very masculine energy. And I feel like the Emperor is also the divine masculine. It's the person who is the boss, the lover, the neighbor, the husband, the father, the grandfather, every aspect of that masculine energy, taking charge, being supportive, providing for. But a good emperor doesn't sit up in there on that throne and just, you know, let everyone do their thing. They want to be out and know what's going on in the kingdom. They want to be relatable. They want people to tell them the truth so they can be adjustable and open-minded and know how to do things differently if something needs to change, because they want this stability. The emperors had ups and downs, failures and wins. The bad emperor, upside down, is the one that's that win at no cost. Don't care who in that kingdom or that they know fails, as long as they are the one that is successful. So they might have all of this amazing knowledge to help people they know on how to feel stable in their life, but they're keeping that knowledge to themselves. They don't want anyone else to have, you know, that knowledge on money or that investment or what to do if they want to start a business or whatever it is, because they don't want anyone to be, you know, as successful as them. A good emperor knows that there's other good emperors out there, or empresses, and wants to work with all of them. Understands how, you know, the right connections can all be helpful for everyone. A good emperor is relatable. A good emperor also knows how to delegate duties. This is a strong person right here. They can handle that tool, do it themselves, build that house themselves, but they also know if there is somebody better suited for maybe a specific attribute of that house they are building energetically, and they need to hire the right person, or, you know, delegate some duties out there so somebody else can handle something, they know who to put in charge. They know when to take a vacation. They know when to dive in and work really hard. Also, the emperor, I don't know why I want to say, probably builds a different kingdom when they have love in their heart or they are in love. But that's not for all. It's at least having the right people around them, because a good emperor is going to have people that love to be around him or her. The emperor upside down is the one that people stay with out of fear or duty, or because they want to get something from him or her. Strong leader. Upside down, it's an insufficient ruler. It's somebody who others don't believe in. Or they make bad decisions because they're so in their ego and not their divinity. When this emperor is tapping into divine energy, there is no there is no end to how big that kingdom can become. But even if that kingdom is small, it is genuinely, I'm getting like valuable or invaluable. I'm getting priceless. So let's get one rock star to end this. I don't know if any, I don't even know this reading. I hope this reading was helpful for you guys. Also, thank you for thumbsing up, liking, sharing, subscribing to my channel. If you're returning here, welcome back. If you are new here, welcome, and thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing all of you again. Let's get one more rock star for you guys. And we have this Trent Reznor, Time to Let It Go. And this, I think, it came up before and I couldn't figure out who he was. And I think he was from 9 Inch Nails. So I don't know that much of that music. It's release. It's, you know, letting something go. Sometimes that transition is not easy with the tower. It's painful. It's weird. You know, even if you were building an empire and then it didn't work, you got to start all over. That sucks. You know, you had this friend squad then you realize they weren't really that true to you. You had to like cut those strings and maybe do something on your own, or I'm getting that you're going to attract the right people. So I don't think if you're on your own, it's going to be very long. But it starts with you getting up off the couch or doing something online and branching out and starting to make those connections. But when you just learn new people, you know, you're just getting to know each other. You don't always make the right move in the beginning, but you learn from each one. Here it's needed transition. Let's get one more rock star. One more. Robert Smith, reflection, explore your inside worlds. And let's look at the bottom because I love these. Elvis Costello. Is Elvis Costello the one that sings Watching the Detectives? I'm not sure, but I don't know why I thought of that. Do not let it bother you. Let it roll. I said something before about letting it roll off your back. You're in that beautiful spiritual light of protection. Let your light shine out and beam where it's supposed to go. Bitterness, Elvis Costello. Don't let it bother you. I just thought of Bittersweet Symphony, and also there's a Bittersweet is a band, I think. I think there's a song called Dirty Laundry, but they might have another one. I'll find one and I'll put it in the playlist. And with that, I bid you adieu. I love you so very much. Thank you for being here. I hope this reading was helpful, and I will see you very soon. Bye.